Hi everyone, I'm Jess Warner. For those of you who do not know me, I'm really excited about this class, and this was a really interesting prompt. I'm glad that this was our first discussion. So, the artifact that I chose is actually this coffee bean grinder. So, this was originally my grandmother's from France, and they used to roast their own coffee beans, put it in the top, opens up, and then this doesn't churn anymore, but it used to, and you would crank it, and then coffee grinds would come out the bottom. I've always loved this. I think it just looks really cute. We have it displayed in the house. I thought my mom just bought it one day and nope, it's actually an heirloom, funny enough. When I saw that we had to do an heirloom, it worked. I was really excited because I recently moved back in with my parents about a year ago. So my mom kind of took me through on a walk through the house of the different artifacts that I could be sharing. I ended up picking this one because my mom went on to explain that when she was a kid and they didn't have powdered sugar to make frosting, she would put sugar in here and grind it to make powdered sugar so that they could make frosting, so that they could ice a cake. And I always knew that it was my grandmother's. I never knew that my mom used it for a different purpose. So that was just like that was really awesome for me. If a client were to actually no, um, what's so interesting is that my grandmother, like, she was from France, she spoke French. Our whole identity is around being French. And only a few years ago did we find out she's not French at all. She's actually Polish. She was born in Poland and she's Polish. And then her family moved to France. But no one knew until we did Ancestry.com thing. If a client were to see my artifact, I think they might. Cool. It's just cool. It's a cool little wooden box. It's functionable. Like, who doesn't love stuff like that? I know I do. And then I, quite frankly, don't think that this coffee grinder is shaping who I am becoming as a professional counselor at all. Don't. But uh, putting on that hat, like those lens, I guess what's important about being a counselor is to make sure that you can pivot according to your clients. Like you might need to use a different theory for this client. You might have to use different skills or tools for this client. Even though you are the counselor, you might be doing other things that you might not have thought you were going to be doing. I doubt my grandmother, when she got this, ever thought that it would be icing her daughter's birthday cake, but it had a role in it. A quote that I pulled from Hayes and is it Etford or Erford? I'll find out later. 2018 is that there are significant negative outcomes for counselors who are not intentional about becoming culturally competent, no matter their cultural makeup. Racism, sexism, heterosexism, and other forms of prejudice and discrimination are evident within the counseling profession and create barriers to effective practice. That's exactly what I was just saying. Like, you need to be able to pivot for your clients and making sure that you can really understand their perspective and where they're coming from is crucial in developing that rapport. And it doesn't matter where you came from, you can always help someone. For my peer source, my scholarly one, I found a really interesting study about building undergraduate students' cultural identity through digital storytelling. This was published by Humaira in 2023, and the objective for doing undergraduate students' cultural identity through digital storytelling was after completing this project, students would be able to express their cultural identities from their point of view, verbally and visually, maximize their multimodal literacy and design creativity, uh, activate their background experiences to illustrate their intersecting cultural ideas critically, further enhance their critical thinking, cultural awareness, and reflect their cultural identities, enhancing their intercultural competencies. And I just thought that was really, really neat that people are choosing to understand more of cultural identity, and what this person published was that they're doing it through storytelling.